catch me in my parachute. My heart wants what it can't see, but when it gets there, just wanna be free, but that's just me. I don't have a clue. How about you? I'll make it on my own. You'll see, you'll see. I'll learn to pay the toll. You'll see. See. 'Cause I don't really feel like looking for you anymore. I do not think that I could be the girl that you'll adore. That's okay, I don't wanna mold for you, fool, for you, fool. Sometimes this road will lead us to a place that we didn't want to go, but that road will lead us to another road and another road. And I don't really think I'm ever gonna know where I'm going or what I'm doing here, but I won't fear you, won't fall through your parachute. You'll see, you'll see. I'll learn to pay the toll. You'll see, you'll see, oh, you'll see. Sometimes I go outside and I become afraid of what I see, but it's just me. I don't have a clue. How about you? Sometimes I feel just like a child, waiting for you to catch me in my parachute. Just like a child, waiting for you to catch me in my parachute.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Radio Motion. My name's Sandy Blumenfeld, and we're here with special guests tonight. E minor and Elizabeth, or E. How do we do that? You know?
Well, it's.
I like E minor.
E minor is my stage name, but
All
you
right.
can call me Elizabeth.
And it's you came about that forthrightly, I guess. Your last name is Minor.
Yes.
Your first name is Elizabeth.
Yes.
And it's E minor.
Mm-hmm.
Strum us an E minor. That's it. Beautiful. So you could just do that for your name, right?
Yeah, I know. I often get asked if I only play in E minor, which I think would be kind of boring, but...
Yeah, you could do an album, though, dedicated to E minor.
I could do that, yeah.
Could do that.
A lot of my songs do start in E minor, which is funny.
Yeah, coincidentally.
Yeah.
There you go. That was the word I was searching for earlier, anyway. But welcome to the show.
Thank
welcome
you.
Back. You were here once before when
Yeah.
we did our special open mic program.
Uh-huh.
And you are a busy woman.
I am. Yeah, I try to stay busy.
Now, the last song you did, or the first song you did, Parachute, now that is on your latest CD.
My first CD, my only CD that's out right now.
Right. We like to say latest.
I'm working on a new one right now, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Parachute, that's the opening, is that the opening cut?
That's the first song,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It
I
is
always
kind
kind
of
of joke it's kind of my single because a lot of people request that song. And,
Right. It's a great song.
Thank you.
I sort of get lost in the words sometimes. And sometimes you hear music, you don't really listen to the words. You kind of get taken away by the melody. But that is a very, very kind of deep meaning song. I suppose it could mean a lot of things to a lot of different people.
Yep. That's kind of, for me, that's the way music is. You know, when I listen to music, I really pay attention to the lyrics, but I always know that it probably means something different to me than it does to the artist who wrote it.
Right.
So yeah, I've had a lot of different people tell me their meanings of what the song means to them, and that's always so touching, because that's all you really try to do in music is make people feel something.
Right.
So.
It's better than saying, "No, you idiot, you got it all wrong."
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's the way songs are, and plus they change for the artists themselves too. You might write something, then 4 or 5 years later it might mean something a little different than when you actually wrote it. So.
Yep. Sometimes I don't know what it means, and then later in life I'll go, oh.
See that. All right, we're going to get into some of the discussion about songwriting a little bit, and where they come from, and how you present them, and what a dangerous sport this is.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky sport for sure. You never know how it's going to go until it's been done. So.
Yeah.
We play us another tune?
I will play another tune.
All right, we have Elizabeth Minor here on Radio Motion, and Elizabeth is going to do mostly her own tunes. She might do a cover, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but enjoy. E minor.
Thank you. This next song is called The River. It's one of my new songs. Trouble is just a state of mind. Just free yourself from these troubles we hide in this troubling state of mind. Oh, and come down from your
Beautiful. I heard you do that. You were on my radio show not too long ago, and you sang that on the program.
I did, yeah.
On WNMC 90.7 FM in Traverse City, Michigan. A little plug for us. And that song stuck with me. And that is one of those tunes that the first time you hear it, you really like it. And the second time, you like it just as much or more. I mean, really.
Thank you, Sandy.
But as you know, there are songs that you first hear them, and they grow on you, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's my new favorite song, you know?
Yeah.
And something that you like right out of the box, and it's not that good after all, after I've heard it a few times. So.
Right, yeah.
It's a tough thing to do.
This is a song I actually, for the very first time ever in my life, I wrote this song in 20 minutes. I've never done that.
That's why it's so good.
Before. That's what my dad said. My dad's also a musician, and he's like, those are the best ones. Those are the ones.
Yeah.
But this song is about, I've lived in small towns my whole life, and the winters up in northern Michigan can be really hard and grueling and force you to kind of think about your life and
but they're memorable.
What you're going through. And they're memorable, yes. For me, I like to think of it as a growing time for me to grow and write and really dig deep. And this song, it really helped me get through the winter.
So it came to you that quick, and you had the melody in your head?
I had the melody in my head, yep. And usually it takes me a lot longer to write a song because I'm not a natural guitar player. I'm more of a singer. So sometimes it takes me a long time to fit chords to the melodies that I write. And so, but this one just kind of flew right out there.
Yeah, you do just fine on the guitar. And besides, the hardest instrument to play of all is the voice, for sure. It really is. People tell you that all the time, and they do not lie.
Right.
Because there's a zillion guys that and gals can play guitars and do all kinds of, but when they sing, not so much sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So you got the gift.
Oh,
very cool.
You. Thank you, Sandy.
Did you say your dad's a musician?
He is, yeah.
So you surrounded by music your entire life?
Magic is his stage name. We're like the family of stage names. Magic is his name. Yep. And he actually just released an album. It's a 47-minute piece of healing vibrations. And so you kind of put it on while you're meditating or doing yoga or maybe right before you go to sleep. But he also writes other songs too with lyrics and whatnot. He plays keyboard. I grew up around the music.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your sisters?
My sister Sarah is an active songwriter, but I have 4 sisters and all of them can sing. So we grew up kind of harmonizing with one another and singing Simon and Garfunkel. And
yeah. I think my introduction to them was at Kajar's Bridge.
Yeah.
When music was being held out there on a fairly regular basis.
Yeah, which is now the Redheads Cafe.
Right, they still have it.
Yeah.
Still host music there every now and then.
I just did a show there with Miriam Pico and Blake Elliott.
Yeah, I saw that come through the station. That was very cool.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. So. That's neat. So you got an in there anyways, right?
Yeah.
You know the proprietors.
Just a little.
Very cool. You don't have red hair though. How do they?
I don't. I am the black sheep. I always joke. Yep.
Too funny. But your vocals, they really are stunning, and you can tell that you work on them.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, there is natural talent there, but there's a lot of work involved.
Yes.
A lot of practice.
I do. I have practiced a lot. We were talking before the show, and I was telling you about how I used to have stage fright, and when I used to be more nervous, I would sing a lot quieter, and everybody would tell me, I can tell you're holding back.
Yeah.
And so I've learned how to kind of project my voice.
Right. Someone once told me, you got to go up there, and when you're on stage, you got to prepare to be stupid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And you're going to mess up.
Yeah.
It just happens. So.
Yeah. And if you hit the wrong whatever, just...
A lot of times the audience is pretty forgiving here in northern Michigan, so...
Oh, yeah, they are. And then all you got to see, hey, that was jazz, man.
Yeah.
I know how to play that chord.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you play some more music.
Okay.
This next tune, Cry or Fight, I see that right in front of me. I'm not throwing you off, am I?
No.
Now this is... Now, is this on Dust Out of Sand?
No, this is a brand new one, too.
Okay.
I hope to have an album out by springtime. So I'm going to take the winter to write more songs and get in the studio again with Mr. Aaron Walensky over at Spiral Sound Studios.
Cool.
So this is one that I wrote, and it's kind of about, or we could talk about that after.
Yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards,
Okay.
all right?
All
Sure.
right.
You go ahead and play.
Fight. trip, but deep down, you know, if you reap it, you sow it. The people walk by, their faces combine. Just wanna find some place to hide, so you sit in a stall with your feet on the wall. No one seems to notice when your tears start to fall, but you know how to hide it better than them all, until your crumble skin starts to crawl, so you cry. Oh, you cry, and they'll ask why. Don't wanna talk about it. You don't wanna fall down that hole, 'cause you know if you do, you won't get out alone. We all have demons we're trying to fight. Each and every one of us is hurt inside, so you're gonna have to choose who's worth fighting for. Don't let Babylon rip down your door. It's time to be strong, it's time to face, just time to get out of this space, so you fight. Oh, you fight. You ask yourself why. Don't want to think about it. Dust yourself off. You're on the mend, my simple friend. Then you fall back down to get back up. Here we go all over again. Then you pick yourself up, dust yourself off. You're on the mend, my simple friend. Then you fall back down to get back up. Here we go all over again. Then you cry. Oh, you fight. You ask yourself why. Don't wanna talk about. Don't wanna think about. Don't wanna talk about it.
Not gonna talk about it?
Yeah, it's kind of about when you're having those days when you just don't want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. But everybody's asking you, what's wrong? What's wrong? And you're like,
nothing.
I don't want to talk about it. Nothing.
Nothing's wrong. Why do you ask? Nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
Fine. So that's inspired by something personal?
Yeah, we all go through a lot of stuff in life. That's just what life has to handle,
Really? I haven't, but go ahead. Tell me, what is it about?
So, I just wanted to write a song that everybody could relate to, when you're kind of trying to choke down the tears and act like everything's fine. And I think sometimes being a performer too, you could have the worst headache or maybe you're having a really emotional day, but the minute you step out on stage, you kind of turn into a different person.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit too, and that is part of the sport,
It is, yeah.
And it's a tricky one. When you don't feel like playing, you don't feel like showing up to work, you don't,
But then once you get out there, for me anyway, I've found that, I'll dread it maybe, because, you don't always feel like playing, but the days that I do have those days where I'm like, I just don't feel like it today. Right. A lot of times those are my best performances, and I step off stage and I'm like, wow, I'm really glad that I did that. Right. And a lot of times where I can just kind of look, I kind of go to this place when I'm singing and you think about
wow, this is my life, and I should be really grateful for that I'm able to share this with people. And so you kind of go back and forth. You get to those like Eeyore, I feel bad for myself stages, but
boo-hoo, right?
Pulls you out,
yeah. No, it is a tough deal, and what comes to mind is in that vein, although pretty severely held up by his physical condition, Steve Goodman. I don't know if you know what Steve Goodman is, but Steve Goodman is the guy that wrote City of New Orleans, and just fantastic songs, and really a good performer. He died very young of leukemia, and he died in his mid-30s, I believe. But he talked about that. He could hardly go out on stage, and once he hit stage, you wouldn't even know it, you know. But he'd collapse for days afterwards. But once they're on stage, and this guy was really, really ill, you know.
Yeah.
And he got through it.
Yeah, it's
and
kind
so
of
every time you
amazing
start
that
thinking
you can do
about,
that.
I don't feel good, I got a headache, I always think about Steve Goodman. And, God, what a baby I am. You know?
If he can do it, then I can do it.
So I wanted to give a shout out to Steve Goodman, doggone it. He and John Prine were best of friends back in the day.
Okay. Wow.
Collaborated on a lot of stuff. So
that is a good way to look at it.
So if you're feeling bad or feeling low, think of Steve.
Okay, I will.
I don't want you to feel bad or feel low.
No,
but you know how that
but
goes.
we're human and we do sometimes.
But we did also talk about the hectic schedule you have as a performer.
Yeah.
Especially at festivals when you're playing 5 or 6 different stages in one day.
Yep. And I think my biggest panic moment at a festival, I was at Bliss Fest, I think it was 2 years ago. And I told them what stage I was going to. I put my equipment onto this golf cart, and then I watched them just go completely in the opposite direction, and I was like, wait! And so I had to run across 2 fields and get back to play in 10 minutes, and I was all sweaty and nervous, and so now I get on the golf carts with my instruments. I learned the hard way. But otherwise, it's so much fun to play festivals because people listen. They really listen to your
they're for
songs.
the music. Right?
Yeah, and I always sell a lot of CDs, and I kind of feel like I get to have real moments with people where they connect with my songs.
Yeah, certainly. And they do. I'm sure they do. I know I do.
Yeah.
And your voice sells it for sure. It really does.
Thank you.
And I want you to do another tune here.
Yep.
This is the title track from Dust Out of Sand. And that was released a couple years ago, or what?
2013, yeah.
Yeah, a couple years ago. And we had it in our rotation at the radio station for a long time. Sat there and didn't sit there. I mean, it got played a lot.
And it was on the top 20 most spun list or whatever.
Right.
So, which was cool.
Heck yeah. I spun it the other day, actually. So.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll turn on the radio and I'll
hear yourself.
Or I'll hear Blake Elliott or Miriam Pico.
Right. Isn't that kind of cool? Hear yourself or your friends on there singing?
Yeah, it is really cool. We got a nice hometown here.
We certainly do. And Up North Media, too, for kicking in with WNMC and doing this program. I think we've been on for a couple of years, or maybe even longer already.
Right.
So I always look for my cancellation notice, but got them fooled so far.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, people want to see what's going on locally in the music scene. They can actually see it here, so it's very neat.
Yeah.
Dust Out of Sand.
Dust Out of Sand.
How'd you come up with that title?
Well, I think because I've always grown up around beaches, I feel like the sand is just always a part. I'm always finding sand in my pockets and in my purses and in my guitar case, and so yeah. That's the symbolism behind it.
Beautiful.
All right.
I will walk across this land, making dust out of sand. I will sing out your praise, and I'll live out your name. Ooh. that little hand, and I'll walk across this land. Stand up for my right. I will curse and I will fight. For I am free as can be. It's a choice I hope you'll see. Making dust out of sand.
Let's go to the beach.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I like that song. Very, very good record too, by the way, folks. As far as your voice, now, were you trained as a youngster?
You know, just from singing with my family.
Okay.
I never took vocal lessons, but I did. I think I trained myself just from listening to people sing. I grew up listening to, the Cranberries, Sarah McLachlan, Rachel Davis, Mayor Lewine, all
Sarah
those
McLachlan, she makes me cry.
Oh, I know her voice.
Well, it's that the dog ad she does on TV.
Oh, I know.
So I send them money every month. I felt.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know.
Feel
Yeah,
sorry for those puppies.
She's a classic. But I'd have to say my all-time favorite. I get emotional every time. I've seen her perform about 12 times live. Ani DeFranco, and there's something about her words, and she's not really a. She's not a sing-songy voice. It's very unique. Some people like it, some people don't. But just her stories and how emotional she gets when she plays really gets me.
You can tell, right? You can tell by your voice, and like you say, when you were nervous at first, you would kind of be quiet.
Yeah.
So you have to get into it. You have to let it go, and here it is, man. You're up there in the microphone, and that's it. So no protection. Cover tunes. You do some covers.
Some, yeah. It depends, when I play by myself as a solo artist, I only do a few cover songs. When I'm with a band, I love to sing all the old songs,
right.
And sometimes it's fun to just set my guitar down and belt out a few old jazz tunes or.
Yeah, I bet you can do that too. I'm sure you can.
I have fun, yeah.
Yeah. Now you're going to do a cover tune for us, correct? And what's the name of this tune?
This is Moon Dance by Van Morrison.
Oh, yeah.
And I grew up singing this song with my dad. He's a piano player, so he would play it and I would sing it. So.
Cool.
All right, here it is.
Moon Dance, E minor.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the color of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you'll run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There, and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There, and then I'll make you my own. And every time I touch you, you'll just tremble inside. I know how much you want me, that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Skies, and all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, oh my love? Or can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love?
The crowd goes wild. Nice job. Nice
Thank you.
job. I know it's a little strange, so you won't have people here. We're just you and I in the studio. And of course, we have Michael in the booth and our technicians back there. But you can sell a song. And it's very, very cool to watch you do that. And I've seen you sing now the last 3 or 4 years and seen you progress over the years. And boy, you're quite a performer. That's for sure.
Thank you so much.
So. And people can see you perform every Wednesday night.
Yep.
And they can perform.
Yep, it's my open mic every Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. at Northern Natural Cider House, right on Front Street. The only catch is that you want to get there right at 7 o'clock to sign up, because we get a full list very fast.
Yeah, it's quite a reputation. I hear a lot of folks come in and say they've been playing down there. And
yep, and you can find me on Facebook either under E Minor. I have an E Minor page, and I save 3 slots for people to message me from Facebook. So if you can't get there right at 7, but you still want to play, I save 3 slots for people to message me.
Sign up, sort of like absentee voting until you get there?
Yeah, but only
Cool.
3 spots because I have to.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, it would be unfair. But
yeah.
yeah.
I suppose people get there early and they're waiting in line almost like for tickets.
Yep,
So they can get their name on the board. Now, how many songs do they do once they sign up?
It's always 3 songs. There is every once in a while, if we're running out of time, I'll cut it down to 2 songs. But usually 3 songs, and we just ask that you have your instrument ready, and you can always play my guitar. It's tuned and ready, plugged in and ready to go.
Now, what if you play 3 songs and each one of them are 10 minutes long?
Well, that's the other thing.
Oh, okay.
We ask that you, if they're going to be 10-minute long songs, then only 2 songs.
Okay. Because that does happen.
It does. It does.
Okay, come on, let's wrap it up. Let's
Yeah.
wrap it up. Now, you got a schedule ahead of you right now. You got some stuff coming up, some dates, I see.
My bass player, Carl Bloom, him and I have been, the 2 of us have been playing since I started out. And he runs a small, it's more like a party in his parents' property. It's called Meadow Fest. It's all off the grid, run by solar and wind power. And there's going to be, I think like 15 to 20 different bands this
Really?
year.
That's coming up
Yeah.
the 22nd of August?
22nd of August, yep. And so I'll be playing on Saturday that
Now,
day.
where is Meadowfest?
It's over in East Jordan.
Okay.
And it's just, I believe it's just $25 for the whole weekend.
Oh, cool.
You can camp up there. It is a hike. There's no golf carts or anything.
Right.
You have to walk up into the woods. But yeah, it's a great little community.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So if you want earthy, that's the place to go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. And I see in September you've got some dates coming up, the 4th and 5th on Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island, yep. I've been doing the Mission Point Resort all summer long, which has been really cool.
Cool.
And then I'll be at Earthworks Harvest Gathering.
That's coming up
That's the
18th and
yeah,
19th?
18th and 19th.
Okay.
And then out in Leelanau County, which is where I live, and that's where all my family is, at Fountain Point Resort on the 25th
5th and
6th?
26th, right, with the Accidentals?
With the Accidentals, yep. So
Far out.
And that's a ticketed event. I believe you can get the tickets at Up North Media and
I
also the
believe so.
Fountain Point
Right.
website. So
Cool. Well, E Minor,
yeah.
thanks for coming and
Thank
doing
you,
this show.
Sandy.
It was really fun to have you on as a guest, and I'm glad you're doing so well.
Yeah. me
And
too.
sounding better than ever.
Aw,
You always
thank
sounded good, but you're sounding better than ever now. So,
Aw, thank you so much.
anyways, a lot of good musicians here in Traverse City, and you have good friends that you sing and play with, and that.
Oh my
helps
gosh,
keeping it
there's
going.
so many great musicians, and there's so many more up and coming, and that's why I love to do the open mic, is because I can kind of see who's kind of coming up in the scene and trying to get their name out there. And I always
Right.
try to lend a helping hand whenever I can. And,
Yeah, this is becoming like a little Austin up here, you know.
It is. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
really agree. So, anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in to Radio Motion. This has been a very fun and very fine show with E Minor, and I hope you tune in the future. I would like to give a shout out, of course, to our able producer and director, our friend Michael Toms. Yay, Michael. And Bob Chauvin on the audio, and also Torin. I called him Torin Lohan last time. No relation to Lindsay's. Torin Lohman. Torin Lohman. So thank you, Torin, for all your expertise, and sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you folks have an enjoyable rest of the summer.